All right, I'm also recording for YouTube, so hello YouTube, it's your boy, I sleep too late. We've got another game of vintage going. This hand is it's keepable, yeah. We can go Mystic Forge. Um I like this hand. We are on the oh shoot. We're playing against the same deck. We're playing against Bazaar again. So does that change anything? Probably not. I think I still want the the only thing that changes is that I play Scrolling Crawler first. I think the only thing that changes is that we lead with Scrolling Crawler, right? Yeah. Let's see how this game goes. Okay, Bazaar Basking Root Walla is good. Vengevine. Okay, this is scary. They got two Vengevines in the graveyard. So this is gonna be a fast game. Yep, that's gonna be good. Do I even bother playing anything? I think the play here is maybe to concede and go to game two so that my opponent doesn't know what I'm playing against. Though my opponent doesn't know what they're facing. Yeah, so let's see. Do I bother playing again? Mm, I think it's safe for us to, let's see. So we get the one ring. We get protection. Can we win after that? Is the question. Because if we find Glaring Fleshraker, we win the game, right? Literally, if we find Glaring Fleshraker, we win the game. So I think we do want to keep playing. I mean, because we get one turn to do this. Actually, no, we get a couple turns because we get to cast the one ring, and then we get protection, so we get another turn here. I don't think it makes sense for us to concede just yet, and when we can just when there's still a chance that we could win. We have protection, right? So then what we do is we do this. Okay. That's fine. We can still win the game. Should I have cast Mystic Forge instead? Well, not really, because the One Ring is still really good in this situation. Alright, so we don't take damage. That's fine. I mean, we take damage from the One Ring. Okay, this is really good. Let's just draw a card here. Okay, I like this a lot. Let's go... Let's go shops. Cast Mystic Forge. If they force a will this, okay, I was gonna say, if they had forced a will, then I mean we would not win. We'd be very far from winning. All right. So I've accepted the fact that we will either win or lose, depending on the results of this game, and it looks like we're actually gonna win. Wow, it looks like we're actually gonna win this game. Holy cow! I was not expecting to win this game. I was not expecting to win this game. Let's see if they can counter this. If they do, then it's game over. If not, then whatever. Okay, they can't do anything. Unless they have Mindbreak Trap. They had to discard Wasteland and Force of Will. Alright, and then we just win here. Okay. Alright, and then we just win. Yeah. Cool. We're just going to keep doing this until we get to 0 life, I guess. Was not expecting to win this game. That was completely... Oh, what happened here? Okay. We're just going to keep casting this. Let me make this a little smaller so it's easier for me to click through this. I'm just gonna keep doing this until we get to the next game, I guess. And by the way, my opponent is correct. Is absolutely correct to not just concede here, because time is definitely a factor when it comes to vintage. Yeah, okay. They had enough. So there's not a whole lot for us to do. I think we just try to do the same thing we did last game. And, you know, Mindbreak Trap is good because in the situation where they, like, cast 3 things, like, let's say they cast... If an opponent casts 3 or more spells this turn, you may pay 0. So they can cast, like... But, like, they can cast 2 Root Wallas and then a Vex... oh, actually, no. Vengevine doesn't really... Yeah, Vengevine just triggers, right? They don't actually get to cast it from the graveyard. So that doesn't actually do much. And Grafdigger's Cage does help a little bit. Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. We can bring 1 in, I guess. Maybe cut the Chalice. The One Ring actually was amazing in that game, so I think we do want to keep that. Karn. So we could probably cut Karn for another copy of Grafdigger's Cage. Python Needle, choose a card name. Yeah, this is pretty good. I guess I feel so stupid because in the last video I said we don't need Python Needle against Bazaar. Did I say that? I think I might have said that, but actually Python Needle can just name Bazaar. I'm an idiot. Alright, we're gonna bring in Python Needle, of course. Relic is good too. Oh gosh. What was I doing? I was just not thinking straight. I was clearly not thinking straight. I was not. And I think we can cut some manifold keys maybe, and then like maybe like 1 ring. And then I think this is good. Let's just... Well, let's see. Do I want to cut Dismember? I don't think I want to cut anything for Dismember. Man, Dismember is pretty good. Let's bring in 1 Dismember. It's probably better than another 1 ring. Ironically, I'm cutting the 1 ring even though it saved us that game, but I don't think that the 1 ring... I could be wrong about this, but I don't think the 1 ring is very good in this matchup. This hand is not keepable. I know we have 1 Grafdigger's Cage here, but, you know, our opponent is going to be definitely getting Bazaar and doing shenanigans on their turn 1. So a turn 1 Grafdigger's Cage when they already have like 4/4s and stuff, probably not the best thing. So we're going to mulligan this. Alright, this hand is way more keepable. Way more keepable. Let's keep this hand. And let's ditch... let's see. I guess I don't really care about Patchwork. Because we're just going to go turn 1 Workshop into Mana Vault into Time Vault. Let's see what they get here. They're gonna be able to find like Force of Wills and stuff. So I guess what we have to do is just we have to just be willing to accept the fact that we might get countered. All right, we're just gonna F6 here because we don't have anything. We do have to be a little bit fast when it comes to these games because our opponent's gonna put the pressure on us. And 4 cards. What did they exile? They exiled a bunch of Force of Wills and Mind Rake Traps. Okay, so they have they have 3 Force of Wills in their deck. I think. Okay. Well, let's think. Should I just go One Ring, maybe, like I did last game, instead of going Time Vault? Does that make any sense? I can go 5 mana, 1 ring, and then like... I gotta think about this, actually. I think I definitely want to lead with this. And then lead with Mana Vault. I think that's like the default here. We can actually go Tezzeret, untap, and cast the One Ring. No, that doesn't make any sense. Because if we get the One Ring, right, we're only gonna have access to like, we need like 1 more mana in order to get Tezzeret out. So it's a little bit risky, but I still think One Ring is the correct play, only because like having protection and being able to draw a bunch of cards is definitely like something I want to do. Okay, this is good because we have protection, right? I'm assuming they don't have Force of Will because they've been like F6ing here, but we have protection from everything, so I'm not too worried. We can untap and like start going off with a million ways. So I think the One Ring was a smart decision because it allowed us to not just like immediately lose. Okay, I'm actually fine with that because nothing we're doing really is that great with shops. I mean, shops would help us cast like Time Vault and stuff. I really hope we don't throw this game away because of not winning last turn. I just think it was the right decision for us not to try to go for it. Okay, so we're just gonna F6 here. Draw a bunch of cards here. Okay, let's think. Yeah, I like this. We'll go Mox Jet into Soul Ring. Oh, okay, they had the Force of Will. Okay, good. That's really good. That means we can safely go for it now, I think. Yeah, this is good. Now we can just untap, Time Vault, and then win from here. Nope. Do we have another One Ring? I just realized we can actually lose to the One Ring. Let's just draw more cards here. Okay, Glaring Fleshraker is good. We have another One Ring, which is great. So we can just cast the One Ring here and just never tap it. All right, we're going to choose this One Ring to keep. Okay, we still have to figure out a way to untap. Well, that's not going to be a problem because we have Tezzeret. So let's just untap the Time Vault. Take an extra turn here. And then just pass the turn, I guess. Okay. All right. So we are going to be able to untap the Mana Vault. All right, let's untap the Time Vault here. Take an extra turn. We're going to untap the Mana Vault. Okay. And then let's just cast Scroll and Crawler. Oh, wait. We just win here again. Yeah, because we can go... Actually, no. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass the turn. Not apply a replacement effect. We're not gonna pay extra here. Ooh, I don't like that they draw a card. Because they could theoretically win now. They could theoretically destroy one of our spells. But it's technically fine. Excuse me. Um yeah, let's try to win the game. Let's try to win this. Okay. Search our library for another top. And then cast another top. Draw a card here. We'll just keep drawing. Okay, cool. And then I think we can safely win now. All right, GG. That was a really good one. We're now 1-0 in this league, so let's keep going. Like I said, I'm going to take a break from recording this video, and we'll make another video later on. Thanks for watching on YouTube.